Manchester United away at Stoke City, never an easy game. Away at Stoke, really difficult for a lot of teams. They make it really tough at their place. They've already beaten Arsenal at home this season, so going into this game it's certainly not going to be easy by all stretch of the imagination. We've had it difficult over the years, we've lost there, we've drawn stupid games there, so expecting really difficult game. For me, the sternest test so far this season. They've signed a couple of new players this season. They don't seem to play so long balls now as they used to. They used to have the long throw-in of Rory Delap. That was one of their key elements in their game. And they don't seem, obviously Crouch doesn't play as much as he used to, come off the other week and scored a goal, but they used to use that real height advantage they had with Peter Crouch. Now they have got another forward up front, I believe he's about 6 foot, but Crouch is about 6'7". He really caused teams a lot of problems with teams when they played a lot of long balls, corners, and obviously a lot of throw-ins. Now they're not as physical in that as they were. They seem to try and like to play it a bit, play football a lot more than they used to. Obviously they brought in the likes of Shaqiri over the years. Obviously he's in and out. He's not top. I mean, he's been at a couple of top clubs and hasn't really ever cemented his place in one of the top teams, and obviously come to Stoke and really been in and out at Stoke, his performances and form. So you never know what you're going to get. One day you might get a fantastic performance from him, and another day he's just absolutely horseshit. But that's what you get with Shaqiri. So he's a player that Manchester United have obviously got to watch out for. But Manchester United are a big, powerful, physical team this season. We've got so many players over 6 foot, which is what I'm really enjoying watching with Manchester United. Obviously we've got the pace of Lukaku now up front, as opposed to last year of Zlatan, who was slowing us down a bit. But the pace, the power, the strength, it's just really good that Manchester United have got all that now. And it does remind me a bit of the way that the Arsenal, the one that went unbeaten in the Premier League, was, with the pace and the power of that team. That was physically really strong. I'm not saying this team is anywhere near on par with that and they're not going to go unbeaten, obviously not. But the pace and the power does remind me of that team. They had a lot of really powerful, strong, tall players in their team. And that's what I think Jose Mourinho is elementing at Manchester United, because that's certainly a key if you want to win the Premier League. Bring in the technical, skillful, smaller players doesn't always tend to work so much in the Premier League. It can still work, but you've still got to have some big physical men in that team. And Manchester United have abundance of them at the moment in the starting lineup. Now I would expect Jose Mourinho will pretty much go with the same lineup as he's gone for in the previous games. I wouldn't expect too many changes. He brought Martial in previously, but I would expect Martial probably to come out and Marcus Rashford to come back in. Had a decent game for England. Okay, he did make a little mistake in the first couple of minutes, which allowed to the goal England conceded, but after that he was fantastic, created one goal and also scored one himself. Fantastic goal he scored, so he's going to be on a high, and I reckon he will start in place of Martial for this game. But the only other positions I'm worried about is Valencia. Valencia played for Ecuador, doesn't get back till late for this game, so that is the only real concern. But other than that, I would expect it to be the same team that Manchester United have played pretty much in the previous games. Lukaku scoring 4 goals on international duty, the winner against Greece to send them to the World Cup, so he should be on a high. David Hare again keeping 2 clean sheets, he should be on a high. So there's a lot of positives for Manchester United. I mean, we could see potentially Darmian come in and play full-back if Valencia is to be rested, but I would expect some chopping and changing over the coming weeks. We've got Basel in the Champions League, I believe, in midweek, and we've got Burton Albion, I think, the following week in the League Cup. So we're going to have to chop and change our players around a bit. There's obviously a lot of competition for places. We've got the likes of Scott McTominay who can come in. We've still got Herrera to come into the team. Jesse Lingard hasn't seen a lot of football. So there's a lot of players in and around the first team that haven't had any minutes yet. So Manchester United could hopefully give some of them the minutes they deserve over the coming weeks. But I think this is going to be a tight game for Manchester United. If we do win it, I reckon it's going to be by the odd goal. This is away from home. This isn't at Old Trafford. I know we've struggled over the last year or so at Old Trafford, but I think we got a 1-1 draw, or a draw away at Stoke last season. Under Louis van Gaal the previous season, I believe we lost there. So we haven't got the best of records. I don't think we've won there in a while, but I'm going to put my neck on the line and say Manchester United win this game 2-1. And if we do, this could be a key weekend again for Manchester United, because Liverpool play Manchester City, so one team there's got to drop points, so hopefully that could be potentially a draw. And the following week Chelsea play Arsenal. I know Arsenal are in horrendous form at this present moment, but if potentially Chelsea could maybe drop some points, maybe a couple of points there, that would be massive as well. So we've got to pray that them 2 games could possibly end a draw. Would be Manchester United, would be the best results for Manchester United. Even a potential Arsenal winning that Chelsea Arsenal game could be a good result for Manchester United. If teams are taking points off each other, then Manchester United could get a slight lead at the top of the table, and you want to be the one in front early on in the season. You do not want to be chasing, sort of being 4 or 5 points behind. It's a job to catch up, because these top teams don't drop many points. So it could be a key weekend if we can beat Stoke. We'll know about the result in the Manchester City-Liverpool game before this game, but the other game, the Arsenal-Chelsea game, isn't until the following weekend. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully Manchester United can get the job done in this game, which I believe we will just scrape over the line. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.